Hi, I'm John Twist, and after popular demand, I'm going to see if I can do my 5-minute U-joint for you. Let's take a look and see the tools and the U-joints necessary. Come on over. First of all, we get a brass hammer, a nice, well-balanced brass hammer. We have a special tool made out of an old U-joint cap. We have a special tool made out of a couple of bolts, used as a spacer, a pair of good snap ring pliers, and a socket which will fit the grease zerk on the U-joint. Then our 4 caps from our Hardy Spicer U-joint have got grease pushed into them. That and my special tool here are the real secrets to doing this quickly. Our caps, our U-joint, and again, you want to use a good quality. Here's a Hardy Spicer U-joint from Moss Motors. And now let's go ahead and put the U-joint in the vise and begin the timing. Okay, let's go. Timer.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, here we go. Our first job is to get the 2 axis loose. We come down with our special tool, get this guy loose on this side, then we come over to our movable axis. It's just begun raining outside, so I hope you can hear my discussion and my. Okay, so now we got these 2 guys loose. We should be able to take our snap ring pliers, go into here and take our snap ring out without breaking our snap ring. That is the trick. Okay, there's one snap ring unbroken, and was this the side that I pushed or was it the other side? Good grief, I can't remember. I think it was this side. Here we go. Here's that one loose. 2 of them out without breaking them. Hey, how's that? Now we go back to our fixed axis. We'll drive our U-joint back in just a little bit there. We go to our movable axis and we'll push this back in here. And we're at 1 minute, I hear my timer say. So, okay, here we go. Here comes off our second clip. Hey, is that cool or what? And here comes off number 4 clip. And let me tell you, this is a U-joint that we got out of the barn. This is not a U-joint that we prepped specially for this. And I forgot one tool. And that is a socket which is large enough to go around the outside of the U-joint like this. And it's a good thing my toolbox is close. Now we're driving the U-joint cap out of the drive shaft itself. We want to make sure we never ever hit the drive shaft itself. If you hit the drive shaft, you will bend the drive shaft, and you're no better than the. Now I'm hitting on the weld on the drive shaft.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, so come on. Here's this guy, and I'm all thumbs here, so I'm going to have to tighten this guy up a little bit more here. And here we go on our fixed axis. And part way out. Let's go to this side. So he popped out all by himself. That's pretty handy. Now we'll go ahead and get this side in. Get him in our vise. You have to have a nice vise with nice gripper jaws. There we go. Our U-joint is out. So that didn't take us but too long. Now we'll go ahead and put our U-joint back in. We start from this side. If I can get my old dust seal out of here and cap. Nasty stuff.
3 minutes.
Oh man, it's going to be hard to make 5 minutes on this if we're only 3 minutes along so far. So in our cap goes now. We have to put our U-joint in now. And we have to watch for the cutaway. So you have to get the cutaway at the right spot. You get the cutaway at the wrong spot, you can't get the grease zerk in later. So I got my U-joint in here. I can go ahead and get the cap pressed in under the point at which the ring attaches. Now I can take my new ring and put my new ring in right here. Okay, that's about ready. I think, there we go. Now we can take my cap and put it on the other side, drive that through. He went in pretty easily there in the beginning. Sometimes it's not quite so easy. And you can see that my grease in the caps is now pressing out the grease that came with the U-joint. You got to have a good hammer We got the bold.
4 minutes.
Oh man, it's going to be tough to get this thing done so fast, but we're working on it. And here comes our clip. Okay, so there are 2 clips in. Now we get our flange here, the movable flange. The problem is that these 2 sides are on like an A, and they're not square, so you got to screw around a lot to get these U-joint caps into place. But that's the trick. I can feel the sweat rolling down me. It's a damp day today. We just had a cold front come through, and it just poured. I'm afraid my timer's going to say 5 minutes, and that'll shoot my 5-minute U-joint. On the other hand, we're doing it faster than you guys have done it at home, at least for a while. Here we go. That's part way in. I'm going to push him in a little bit farther here. A little bit farther. There we go.
5 minutes.
Oh man, there goes my 5-minute U-joint. But we're cooking. We're cooking. Come on. I know we can get this done here. Stop. I pushed that in too far. The reason there's a gap in the film is because I pushed this U-joint in on this side too far, and I told my cameraman to stop. Maybe that's still on the former part of the film. We stopped at 5:15, and that really isn't fair. But I had to walk over to my toolbox and grab a punch to punch that down. Now we get our clip in here, and here comes, remember our special tool here, this ground off piece of U-joint. So we can put this into here and get our cap and drive our cap in from the other side and push on parallel surfaces. If you don't push on parallel surfaces, then all the little needle bearings come out, which is what's happened to you guys when you've tried to do this at home. So now we're coming down to almost the end.
6 minutes.
Oh man. We're about up to the maximum amount of time on YouTube too. So many years ago, I told Norman Knock in California that I could do one of these in 4.5 minutes, and he said, well, my son's no slouch. I bet he can do one as fast. But I have yet to challenge David Knock to a U-joint change-off, and my U-joint is now done at
6:35.
See you guys tomorrow.